one day we all just woke up and decided to just point fingers and choose sides. Black men are angry and Black women are defensive. And social media is making millions on us tearing each other apart. But what nobody's asking is, where did this all come from? My name is Hailey Everly. I am a mom glow-up coach, and this is why I am talking about this topic. When I first started helping moms glow up, reminding women that they deserve softness, that they are valuable, I was shocked at how many angry comments came from Black men. I was thinking to myself, how is making self-care content for women making so many men mad? That's when I realized this isn't about glowing up anymore. This is deeper than that. It's about what we've been taught and how we are seeing each other, Black men and Black women. Because when we keep Black men and Black women divided, we don't just break up relationships. We're breaking our community. Let's start where it actually began, and that is slavery. When our families were being ripped apart by force. Fathers were sold off and mothers were separated from their children. Marriages were not recognized and the Black home was deliberately destroyed, not by choice, but by design. Fast forward to the 1960s and the welfare system was introduced, right? And suddenly there's a rule. If a man is in the home, the woman loses benefits. The system punished the Black family structure, then blamed us for being broken. Then came the welfare queen myth, right? The political strategy that painted Black women as lazy and draining the system, even though the majority of welfare recipients were and still are white. But facts don't matter because images stick. While that was happening, Black men were being targeted because of the war on drugs. Mass incarceration exploded. Fathers were locked up at rates never seen before. And then when those men came home with records, they couldn't get jobs, they couldn't vote, and they couldn't provide. Our families were not broken up by choice. They were broken up by design. You notice the strategy here, right? You tell the same story over and over and over again until we start to repeat it ourselves. So the question isn't, why are we angry with each other? The question is, who benefits from us staying angry? So think about this. We have two stereotypes on a loop. The angry Black woman who don't need no man, and the absent father who abandoned his family. Neither is the full story, but both are profitable. Because when the media feeds that narrative, and when the algorithm pushes gender war content, what happens? Engagement skyrockets. We argue in the comments. They cash the checks. The divide is not organic. It is very engineered because outrage has become the business model. Gender war content gets millions of views because conflict drives clicks. Clips of Black men saying that Black women are too difficult. And then there's clips of Black women circulating about how Black men are broke and useless. So that's basically our reality. That's our perception of each other because that's all we hear and see all day long. The algorithm doesn't care about healing. It cares about engagement. The gender war is not organic, it's algorithmic, and it is very profitable. And once you see that, you cannot unsee it. Let's talk about what the stats actually say because they tell a completely different story. Black women earn about 2/3 of all degrees awarded to Black students. We're the fastest growing group of entrepreneurs in America. We're building, leading, and holding things down at levels that just simply don't get celebrated enough. And then here's a fact about Black men that might surprise you because the absent Black dad narrative, that isn't actually backed up by data. Black fathers who are present in the home are statistically more involved with their children than fathers of any other race. They feed, bathe, read to, and play with their kids at higher rates than any other race of man. So why does society keep telling us the opposite? Why do we keep seeing the same lies recycled? The real issue is systematic barriers that make it harder for Black men. Both Black men and Black women are fighting stereotypes that were never true. But instead of seeing each other as allies in that fight, we've been positioned as enemies. Black men are not disposable and Black women are not indestructible. We've both been lied to. Before I go deeper, let's pause, right? Let's take a deep breath in and out because I think I can feel myself getting a little worked up too. And this is heavy information, but I need you to hear it, not only feel it. Let's get real about the pain. Black men are carrying wounds that a lot of people just refuse to see. They're carrying wounds of being emasculated, being perceived as dangerous since they were children, struggle to find work, of being undervalued, over-policed, and disrespected at every turn. And where does that pain go? It gets misdirected. And who do we end up fighting? Each other. And then Black women, we're carrying the weight of the strong Black woman myth. So nobody actually wants to provide, protect, or care for us in the way that we deserve. We're expected to hold everything, to never complain, never break, blamed for single motherhood, even when we didn't choose that, told they're too independent, too loud, too much, while also being invisible. Let me be clear. I know so many Black men who are showing up, loving their kids, loving their women, building every single day. Women who are building themselves, starting businesses, their stories just really don't go viral. We are all hurting. But instead of facing a system that has created this pain, we've been taught to face each other. And the moment that we start seeing each other's humanity instead of stereotypes and what we see on social media, the narrative will start to shift. How many times have you shared a clip that makes you mad instead of thinking about who profits from this? Who is making money from our pain? So here's what happens when we stay divided, because there is a cost. Community power gets weakened when men and women are at war. Movements lose momentum, families fracture, and resources scatter. While we argue who's protecting our kids, who's fighting for maternal health, pay equity, safer schools, better neighborhoods. Because if you keep Black moms thinking that we're the problem, and we're keeping Black fathers believing that they're powerless, you don't just break a household. You don't just break up a family. We're breaking future generations. Who is going to be here long after we're gone? Okay? They're going to have to pick up all of this mess and pick up all the pieces. They're absorbing this message that Black men and Black women can't trust, they can't respect, they can't build together. They're inheriting division. The gender war is the smoke. The system is the fire. We don't put out the fire by fanning flames. So maybe the real question isn't, why are Black men so angry? The real question is, why have we been tricked into seeing each other as the enemy? We both deserve grace. We both deserve healing. And we both deserve to be seen. The enemy is a system that's profiting off of our division. Healing begins when we stop performing for algorithms and we start protecting each other in real life. Black people have built movements together, raised generations together, survived impossible odds together. And we can do it again. Because one thing about Black people, we are very resilient. We can do it again if we choose to break the cycle. The next time you see a gender war clip, do not fuel that content. Don't comment on it. Don't share it. Starve it of attention. We need to start asking ourselves, who does this really serve? Healing is not personal, it is generational. I believe in a generation of Black children who see their parents united, who inherit peace instead of pain, who grow up watching love and not division. And if you're a mom like me building a softer, stronger legacy, don't forget to join Glow Moms Club. The link is in the description. I'll see you there. Division isn't gonna glow us up, unity is. Let's glow, and I'll see you in the next video.